Super excited because my son and I have a winter project. It just arrived from Texas from our friends over at Go Power Sports. We're putting together the Moto 212e kit, which is a little dirt bike that we're about to put together over the winter and hopefully get it together in time for spring. Maybe sooner, who knows? Looking forward to getting this out of the box.
So the kit came in two separate boxes. The one you're seeing now contained the frame, wheels, seats, front end, steering, all of those pieces. And then the engine came separately just a couple days later. Everything was super well organized, easy to lay out, and all included. We had no idea what we wanted to do for the paint. My son wanted to keep everything totally blacked out, so we used Plasti Dip. It worked well, but very thin layers, so we tried also the Rusto paint on plastic can rubberized paint. This did a pretty good job. It was really thick, had required a lot of stirring, and melted through those styrofoam brushes like crazy, so we went through a lot of those. Of course, we needed to have only a few supply runs, oil, bearing grease, all that kind of fun stuff, funnel. Obviously, jumping in, we had all our parts laid out. The Go Power Sports videos were super useful. We did have to look at a couple of different videos when it came to the electric start time and that sort of thing. But for fundamentally getting this whole Moto 212 together, the video that's recommended by Go Power Sports did, 85% of it. It was definitely good collaborating. There were certain things that, went real smooth. There were certain things that needed a little muscle. So, it was a good bonding experience, kind of having him take shots at things, but also being there available if something just needed a little extra elbow grease. And we probably spent a couple, 3 hours a day working on this over the course of a few days. This was during his winter break, so he wanted to hang out with his friends, of course, and play video games and things, but this was definitely manageable in that time frame. As you may have seen, the box was sort of dinged up when we got it during shipping. It kind of cracked the original air filter, which turns out it didn't matter because we were doing the stage 1 upgrade. That's what this is. This was a separate video from Go Power Sports page that kind of walked me through doing those. The stage 1 kit fit in real nice. Getting everything lined up was a breeze. And of course, we needed another run to Lowe's to get a few bolts and nuts. There was a couple of times when we just couldn't find the nut or didn't see that it was included. Getting the oil in is definitely awkward. This long skinny funnel was very useful. I even looked dopey trying to put the oil cap back in, but we did get it. This trunk and electrical I'm just sort of including because with these Tillerson electric start, needed a place to put the battery. Also wanted a place to throw riding gloves, some flashlights, and a distribution block. We're going to add some more lighting down the road. So it was a lot of fun to sort of go off script and just kind of use some of my old 12-volt electronics training from back in the day and wire things up, make it all nice and neat. There's plenty of room on the Moto 212 to zip tie everything nice and neatly, which I'm sort of a nerd for. And we'll be adding some switches here in the future for some LEDs and other lighting for this setup. The box for the trunk, by the way, was a Harbor Freight, $17. So when it came time to start it up, we had obviously been working on the sawhorses the full time. had a little milk crate bucket set up just to keep the wheel forward, but it was super cool to be able to turn that key for the first time and talk through the choke process and everything with him. So this is a rig that I made to transport the Moto on an old luggage rack that we had laying around. Just fun to be a little creative and inventive there versus running out and buying something else. Wanted to try to save the room in the garage as well. We got a good friend who's got some acreage, and so we actually took it out on a warm day in January and put a few miles on it and got my son comfortable on it with the sound, with the movement, with the way, all the bumps and things you feel along the way, and it was a successful first ride out. And now we're got kind of a cold snap and waiting for things to warm back up and get back out. Overall, killer experience with the Moto 212 electric start. The customer service at Go Power Sports was great, and I'd highly recommend it.